Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet the star coaster. You can use any yarn or hook that you prefer. The thicker the yarn is, the bigger and larger your coaster will be, and the thinner it is, the smaller it will be. Same thing for your hook size. The larger your hook, the larger your coaster. The smaller your hook, the smaller your coaster. For this one, I used a 5mm crochet hook and category 4 yarn. You can also make this all in one color if you prefer, but I use two because I just think it looks cuter. Now let's go ahead and get into the materials. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using two different colors of yarn. The pink is going to be for the majority of the star coaster, and the white is going to be for the outline. But again, if you only want to use one color, that's completely fine. I will also be using a 5mm crochet hook, a sewing needle, and some scissors. As always, the sewing needle is optional, but I find it easier to sew in my ends with a needle than a hook. But if you prefer a hook instead of a needle, that is completely fine. Now that that's all out of the way, let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a magic ring. If you prefer to use the slip knot method and a chain, that's completely fine. I will be using a magic ring. Once you have your magic ring, or whatever method that you began with, go ahead and start round 1 with a chain of 3. And then go ahead and do 10 double crochets. To do a double crochet, all you have to do is yarn over, insert your hook into the loop, grab yarn, pull up, giving you 3 loops on your hook, grab yarn, pull through 2, grab yarn, pull through 2 to do a double crochet. Go ahead and do 10 of those total, and I'll meet you once I'm done. Once you have all 10 of them, we're going to go ahead and pull on our string for the magic ring, if that's what you started with, to close the center loop, and then we're going to finish off by slip stitching into the 3rd chain from our hook in the very beginning. And then we're going to start round 2 off with a chain of 3 once again. And for this round, we're going to go ahead and do increases all the way around. So we're going to yarn over into the very first stitch of the round. We're going to do 2 double crochets. That's 1. Into that same stitch, we're doing another for an increase. And you're going to do an increase in each stitch all the way around until you get to the very end. At the end of this round, you should have a total of 20 stitches. Feel free to pause the video and I'll meet you once I'm done. I'm here at the end of round 2 with a total of 20 stitches, and I'm going to slip stitch into my 3rd chain from my hook, and I'm going to begin round 3 with a chain of 3. And now the repeat for round number 3 is going to be 1 double crochet and 1 increase all the way around. So into the very first stitch, we're just going to do 1 double crochet by itself. And then into the second stitch, we're going to do an increase with a double crochet. So in that one stitch, we're placing 2. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then an increase in the next stitch. And at the end of this round, you should have a total of 30 stitches. Feel free to pause the video and I'll meet you once I'm done. I'm here at the end of round 3. I ended off on an increase, and I have a total of 30 stitches. We're going to finish this round off by slip stitching into the 3rd chain from our hook and chaining 1. And now we're going to go ahead and begin the points for our star. So what we're going to do is, let me go ahead and zoom in really quick. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to do 6 single crochets. So here we have a total of 30 stitches all the way around. So each point is going to use up 6 single crochets. I just wanted to point that out beforehand. So we're just going to start the round off as we would, except we're only going to do 6 single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once we have those 6, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to do a decrease, 2 single crochets, and a decrease. So in these 6 stitches, which is what we're going to be working on now, we're going to begin the second round with a decrease. So insert your hook into the first stitch, grab yarn, pull up, insert your hook into the second stitch, grab yarn, pull up, giving you 3 loops on your hook. The yarn that you just pulled up, the one that's closest to the curve of your hook, you're going to grab it and you're going to pull it through the other 2 to do a decrease. And then you're going to do just 2 single crochets by themselves. That's 1 and that's 2, which leaves you with 2 stitches left over where you're going to do another decrease. Insert your hook, grab yarn, pull up, insert your hook into the second stitch, grab yarn, pull up, the yarn that is closest to the curve of your hook, you're going to grab it again and pull it through the other two to do a decrease. And that is how you end round number 2. Then we're going to chain 1, turn. We're on row 3 of this part of the point, and we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. We should have a total of 4 stitches in total. So no decreases, nothing fancy, just 1 single crochet in each stitch. Chain 1, turn. We're on round number 4, where we're just going to do 2 decreases. So insert your hook, grab yarn, pull up, insert your hook into the second stitch, grab yarn, pull up, 3 loops on your hook. The third loop, the one that's closest to your hook, you're going to grab and pull through the other 2 for your first decrease, which leaves you with 2 stitches left over where you're going to do another decrease. And that ends round number 4. Finish off with a chain 1, turn. Round 5, you're just going to do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. So no decreases, just regular single crochets, and now you have 2 stitches. Chain 1, turn. For row 6, you're going to do a decrease. So since you're only left with 2, you're only going to do 1 decrease, and then you're going to finish off with a chain 1, turn your work around. The final stitch, you're just going to do 1 single crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to cut off your yarn. And there you have 1 point. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you the next one as well. We are going to take our same yarn and we're going to make a slip knot. And then we're going to go ahead and insert our hook into the next available stitch on our round. So we just worked into the 6 stitches from our circle. If you pull on your point a little bit, you're going to see that this loop is the one that sort of picks up and becomes more noticeable. We're going to go ahead and insert our hook into the stitch right after. That one is already worked into. Instead, we're going to put our hook through the one right after, grab our slip knot, pull through, and do a chain to attach our yarn. And now we're going to go ahead and make our other point. In the same place where we attached our yarn, we're going to place a single crochet, and we're going to do a total of 6 of them. So 1 single crochet in the next available 6 stitches. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to chain 1, turn, and now we're on round 2 of this point, where we're going to do a decrease, 2 single crochets, and a decrease. Chain 1, turn. Row 3 is just going to be 1 single crochet in each stitch, keeping a stitch count of 4. Chain 1, turn. Round 4, you're just going to do 2 decreases. Chain 1, turn. Round 5, 1 single crochet in each stitch. You should have 2. Chain 1, turn. Round 6 is just going to be 1 decrease. Chain 1, turn. Round 7, you're just going to do 1 single crochet in the very last stitch. Then you're going to chain 1 and then snip off your yarn. And then pull. Okay, I've written down the written instructions for what we've done for both of these points. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest off camera, and I'm going to come back once we get to the end so I can finish off with this one, and then we'll move on to the border. Just to go over everything, we just fastened off at the very end with a chain 1, and then we cut. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the next 6 stitches on the actual circle of our work. So, like I said earlier, if you pull on your point, you can see that this is the very last stitch that sort of pulls up with it. It becomes very noticeable. The circle, or the space, you're going to skip that one because that one's worked into, and you're going to start in the next one. You're going to make a slip knot and attach your work, and into that same space you're going to start with a single crochet and move forward. So the very first row we're going to do 6 single crochets. Row 2 is going to be a decrease, 2 single crochets and a decrease. You should end it with 4 stitches. Row 3, you're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch, giving you 4 stitches at the end. Row 4, you're going to decrease twice, leaving you with 2 stitches. Row 5, you're going to do a single crochet in both stitches, keeping a stitch count of 2. Row 6, you're going to do 1 decrease, giving you 1 stitch at the end of the row. Row 7, you're going to do 1 single crochet, leaving you with 1 stitch, and then you're going to finish off by chaining 1 and then cutting your yarn. You're going to do this for the rest of your points. Feel free to pause the video and I'll go ahead and meet you once I have my last point done. Okay, I'm back with all of my points being done, and we do have a lot of excess yarn. That's totally fine. We can sew those in at the end, or we can work them in when we work on our border. So now we're going to go ahead and work on our border. If you're using the same color, totally fine. I will be using this white color. So I'm going to start off with a slip knot, and we can attach the slip knot wherever we prefer. I'm just going to choose one of the little areas between the 2 points, and I'm going to take my hook. I'm going to insert my hook into that area. Doesn't matter where you start off. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab my yarn, and I'm going to pull it through, do a chain, and then into that same space I'm going to do a single crochet. And what we're going to do for the border is we're just going to place 1 single crochet along the outside of our star. Every single point that we have, we're going to do an increase, so we're going to put 2 single crochets at the top of the points to account for the curve. But other than that, we're just going to do 1 single crochet around. I do want to begin by mentioning that I know that there aren't visible stitches along the sides of our stars, so we're just going to basically evenly put them as best as we can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just wanted to point that out. There are no visible stitches on the side. So I just inserted my first single crochet here. So I'm going to find the next space that I have, the next loop, and I'm going to do a single crochet there. And then I'm going to insert my hook along the next loop that I have. You can sort of pull your piece apart, and along every row of the star that you did, you do have these little side loops that you can push into. They're not real stitches, they're just sort of one strand of yarn that sort of loop around your hook when you push into them. So we're just gonna put single crochets along these sides. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we don't have these stitches. And we're gonna single crochet up until we get to our very first point. And once we get to our very first point, into that point, we're going to place 2 single crochets. So at the top of every point, we finished off by doing 1 single crochet. So you can push your needle or push your hook into that single crochet along those points, and into that stitch, you can do 2 single crochets. That's 1, push in again for 2 single crochets. And then now we're going to work on the other side of our star. And I do also want to say that you can hold this strand of yarn down from our star tip and work that in while we do our single crochet stitches. So I'm just sort of holding that yarn down so it gets tucked in while I do my stitches. That way I don't have to sew them in at the end. And I'm just going to do a single crochet in each stitch. And then I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right here, and I'll meet you once I get to my other corner of the next tip that I have. I'm here at the next corner, and once again, once we get to this corner, at the top of our star, we did do a single crochet to finish off the tip. Into that single crochet space, we're going to do 2 single crochets. That's 1, into that same space, do another. Which brings us to the other side of our star, where we're just going to do 1 single crochet going down. And again, I'm holding the excess yarn down and tucking it in as I go. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest off camera. Feel free to pause the video and I'll meet you once I'm done. I'm here at the very end. To finish off, I'm just going to slip stitch into the very first stitch of the border, chain 1, and then I'm going to cut off my yarn. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull through and pull to tighten. And then you have your star. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and snip off the excess yarn that I have. I did, as I was doing my border stitch, tuck in the excess yarn from the points that I had, and I have just these little bits dangling out, which are safe to cut because I did technically weave them in as I went. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull on these and then snip off the excess. Make sure you don't do this for your center loop because we do have this yarn that is from the beginning that we did. For me, I did a magic ring. Maybe you did a slip knot. You don't want to just snip this off. I'm snipping this the border excess yarn off because, like I said, I've basically sewn them in already as I went and did my border stitches. So this one I will be sewing in, but the rest I will be snipping off. Once all that's done, I'm going to go ahead and grab my needle, and I'm going to attach my yarn to my needle, and then I'm just going to sew in my yarn. And I'm going to make sure to sew my yarn in the back loops only. So this is the front side of my star, the prettier side. I'm going to sew it in the back side. So I'm going to push my yarn or my needle through the back loops of my stitches only. What I mean by that is when I push my needle through these stitches, you cannot see my needle in the front. I'm not sticking my needle all the way through because then it'll be visible. Instead, I'm only pushing through the back bumps of my stitches. That way they're not visible from the front. So I'm going to go ahead and weave this in a couple of different times, and then once I feel like it is sewn in enough, I'm going to snip it off. Doesn't have to be perfect. It is the back side of my work, so it's not going to be noticeable. But regardless, when you sew in the back loops and you snip off, you can't see it anyway. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do that for my other yarn as well. And then once everything is sewn, all you have to do is flatten it out, and there you have your little star coaster. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions on anything that you would like to see in the future, let me know that as well. If you prefer more beginner tutorials or more advanced tutorials, let me know that as well, because I do take comments into consideration whenever I make future content. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye!